Uh-oh, what is that? And how close this engine was to possibly having a bad day. What did I do with that little thing? That's what I forgot I was gonna say. Okay, as you can see, the whole top end is off. Lifters are out, lifter keepers are out. So now I'm gonna get the cam chest cracked open. I got my little cardboard template here for all the bolts. Get all those taken out, put them in here, put them over there with the rest of the bolts and the templates, and then we'll start getting the cam plate taken out. I did put some more PB blaster in the head studs, so I'm gonna get those out after we get the cam chest taken out. Kind of let the PB blaster sitting there a little bit longer. And then we'll get the jugs out, the pistons off. We're gonna stuff some stuff down in the open hole going into the case to keep anything from falling in there, especially the sear clips that go onto the pistons. And then we'll get the pistons out, the wrist pins, and then we're in a holding pattern. I'm waiting on a couple tools to get here, and I got everything from S&S as far as the cam chest goes. New cams, gear drive cams. I didn't realize he was going that route. Again, not my bike. But the S&S 585 gear drive easy start cams. So that's gonna have the block off plates on it for the hydraulic tensioners. And then the S&S oil pump, that cam plate, lifters, push rod covers, new hardware. The 95-inch pistons came in as well from Wiseco. 10.5-to-1 compression ratio. And then the jugs I already have. So I gotta get the piston rings gapped, all that stuff, we'll get there. But for now, we're gonna get this cam chest taken off. So one thing real quick, I did get all the oil drained out of the engine, trans, and primary. So if there's any oil in here, there should only be a little bit, probably some drip out of the bottom. Also, the tensioners in this bike, this being an 03, they had the spring tensioners for the cam, the inner and the outer cam chain tensioners. No idea when they've been changed last, so I'll be interested to see how worn down they are and how close this engine was to possibly having a bad day. So this one doesn't look too bad, not too bad. The one on the back, can't really tell, but doesn't look too bad either. All right, so this should just pop on out. There we go. Part of the oil pump came out. Cams. Yeah, that tensioner looks fine too. Good shape. Yeah, it looks like stock, everything. O-ring. O-ring, O-ring. Gotta make sure you get these out. All right, nice clean gasket surfaces. All right, no surprises there. None of that is going back in there, so I just kind of put it in a pile in the back there. Kept it kind of organized, but I'm not taking the cam chest or the cam plate apart or anything. I'm just leaving everything because none of it's going back in. Everything in here is getting replaced. I'm waiting on the tool to come in to pull these bearings out and then put the new ones in. But for now, I'm gonna get these jugs off, the pistons off, and the studs out. And then we're complete with disassembly. And there is an O-ring on the bottom of these, so if it sticks in this little land right here, just make sure it comes out. Let me get some towels to throw in here. So this is the biggest thing you don't want to fall down in the engine. So I just kind of put my thumb here. That way if it does fly off, it just kind of lands on my thumb. kind of popped out, so caught it. That's trash. Oh, this one's gonna be easy. Yep, there we go. Now I'm gonna get a brass punch. I'm gonna punch these out from the other side until the piston falls. You'll see it fall, pop them out. There we go. There we go. All right, so the next part is a little tricky, just because these things might be on here pretty tight. Everything's come off this engine pretty easy so far. Let me find some wood. So what I'm gonna do is I got these 3/8 by 16 nuts, and I also got 3/8 by 16 lock nuts, and I'm gonna stack them, lock them, and use that to get these things off. All right, let's hope this works. There you go, all 8 taken out. But that is the engine completely assembled now. Well, as far as I need to do it.